Hi friends, I am Sandeep. Welcome you on my YouTube channel Baker's Solution Official Transforming Knowledge. Today our discussion topic is falling number, that is a measure of a mileage activity and its principal working and procedure. First, the internationally accepted measure of alpha mileage activity is known as the falling number. If we talking about falling number, the falling number is the internationally standardized and most popular method for determining a mileage level in wheat. Now we will discuss about chemistry behind this method. The method is based on the enzyme's ability to break down starch and liquefy a warm thickening mixture of wheat flour. So it means the greater the enzyme activity, the faster the viscous solution is thinned. When the tubes are placed in the boiling water bath, the starch begin to gelatinize and the slurry become thicker. But only thing kept in mind that the mixing makes sure that gelatinization is consistent throughout the slurry. What also happen at this raised temperature is that the alpha mileage enzyme starts to break down the starch and the viscosity thus decreases. The amount of starch breakdown is dependent on the alpha mileage activity, and this means that the higher the activity of alpha mileage, the lower the viscosity will be. When the stirrer is dropped, its speed and thus the time it taken to fall to the bottom will be determined by the viscosity of the slurry. If we talking about measuring unit of the analysis, the falling number instrument record the time in seconds required to warm and stir the mixture 60 seconds and the time it takes a plunger to fall through the thickening mixture. It means the more the enzyme activity, the faster the mixture liquefies or thins and shorter the time it takes the plunger to drop a measured distance. Now we were going through the procedure. First step is sample preparation. We prepare 300 gram sample in a laboratory. The large sample is to minimize sampling error. Actually we are using very small quantity. If we talk about final sample, will be a representative sample is used. Next step is weighing. Weigh 7 gram of flour and put in a viscometer tube. One thing need to keep in mind that the flour amount should be moisture corrected by measuring the moisture content of the sample. Third step is dispensing. Add 25 ml of distilled water into the tube. Fourth step is shaking. Sample and water is mixed by shaking the tube vigorously to obtain a homogeneous suspension. Next, that is fifth step is stirring. The viscometer tube with the stirrer inserted is put into the boiling water bath and the instrument is started. After 5 seconds, the stirring begins automatically. Last step is measuring. In this step, the stirrer is automatically released in its top position after 60 seconds and is allowed to fall down under its own weight. Next is the falling number. The total time in second from the start of the instrument until the stirrer has fallen a measured distance is registered by the instrument. This is called falling number. Here you can also see pictorial representation of the procedure one by one step. If we are talking about the range of falling number reading ranges from the minimum 60 seconds for a much damaged sample to over 400 seconds for a very sound sample. The minimum falling number generally accepted is 250 seconds for bakery products. The relationship between falling number and sprout damaged kernel is unpredictable. So friends, this is all about this topic. Thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe my YouTube channel for upcoming videos. Press bell icon for notification. Happy learning.